Hello everyone, this is going to be the first video of hopefully many of me playing Geoguessr, so let's get into it. The objective for this first game here is to guess the country in which these places are correctly. So I am going to move and zoom just for the first couple games here, because I am pretty new to the game and I don't really know what I'm doing. I'm hoping I'll end up doing alright, but we will find out soon enough. So I'm moving here. We have a call box. This has to be the United States. I'm almost sure of it. So this is potentially an easy first country here. I'm just going to go up a bit farther to make sure. Yeah, you know what? We're just going to go ahead and say US. And this is going to be California over there somewhere. Yep, so it is California. Not really too far away, honestly. 74 miles. That's a good start. There's one. Okay. So just to start, we have super flat climate here. That's an interesting building. Do we have a flag up here? No, we do not. Okay. Relatively flat. I can see out in the distance there are some mountains here. White markings on the road tells me it's probably somewhere in... No, I don't know. I would like to say in Europe, but let's go ahead. And we have deer crossing. That's very interesting. Can we see which side of the road the Google car is? Or which direction it's going? No, it looks like they did a pretty good job stitching it in. I was hoping I could tell if they were driving on the left or right side of the road. That would make things a lot easier. So we have these flags here. I can't say I've seen them before. This is a very difficult one. So we have to be someplace pretty far south towards the equator. Here we go. Reported. It's got to be Spanish, doesn't it? Deportivo, maybe? There's the shadow of the car. It looks like we are driving on the right. Part of me is thinking this has to be Mexico. Let's see here. Could be down into one of these down here, Central America. Just for fun, I'm going to go Mexico, and I'm going to say we're pretty close to Guadalajara here. Well, we were right about the Spanish, but it was actually in Spain. So, we kind of blew this one, but we're just going to keep going for fun, just to get good at this. Okay, right away we're in Russia here. I saw many apartments like this when I spent a little over a month in Moscow. If I had to guess, we're in the outskirts of Moscow somewhere. This looks super similar. See if we come up a little bit. Past the sign. No? I went backwards. So we are definitely in Russia. I'm thinking somewhere just outside of Moscow if I had to guess. See if we can read this sign here. M10, M18. It's fair. See if we see that. Pop up anywhere. You know what, since we are just doing the country challenge for this, I'm going to select that we're on the southeast side of Moscow somewhere and go from there. Okay, so northwest side. If I would have looked a bit closer, I probably could have found it. That seems like a rather large city, but not too bad overall. Got that correct. Okay, right away we're going to be in Southeast Asia, I believe. Here we go. Bhubaneswar. Never heard of it. That's not exactly helpful. Can we read the building here? Doesn't appear to be any writing. Part of me is thinking it's gotta be... I don't know. Let's go ahead and see if we can see anything on these people up here. Appears they've disappeared. Interesting. Still not seeing any signs of anything that will identify the country here. I'm not seeing any flags. Nothing up here. Shoot. Africa, maybe. Lady with a traditional scarf. Pretty dark complected to be Southeast Asian now that I look at it. Yeah, this is looking more like Africa. Let's go up a bit further. See if we can see some identification here. We see the plates. No. Man, this is... Okay, here's a good sign. This is looking like it's going to be a mosque. So primarily Muslim country. No, they're not looking African now, are they? Somewhere in South Central Asia, maybe, huh? I don't think Afghan... It could be Pakistani, honestly. They look Pakistani? Yeah, I could see it. The climate doesn't look exactly like Pakistan, but seems to be pretty well developed. Let's return back to the start, see if we can... This decoration is really getting me, though. Just can't quite read it. Pakistan. No. Rather than bore you anymore, we're just gonna go Pakistan and we'll see. It was India, of course. I should have gone for India. I'm an idiot. Okay, moving on. This has got to be the US. It's Colorado, 100%. Zoom in. Colorado here. It's going to be just outside of Denver. We're going to be right. Yep. So it was Colorado. I was a bit north on it, but that landscape is pretty unique. So overall, not a terrible first score. I guess I really did only mess the 2 up. So we're gonna get into another round here in the next section here and see what we can do. So I really appreciate you guys watching this first episode. Like I say, first round I've played, not too bad off the start, but I think there's definitely room for improvement. So stay tuned and we'll have some more coming to you right after this.